All right, rock and roll. Welcome one, welcome all to the Scorched Earth Political Podcast. I am your host, John. And if you could, please hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. And you want to live on the wild side, go ahead and leave some comments. Oh, I love the trolls. Oh, I love the bloody trolls. God bless them all. They make life exciting, right? And here we are. For all you who are new, we get more subscribers every day, which we deeply appreciate. We offer a more honest and more, I don't know, raw opinion of what's going on in the world of politics. I really do think legacy media is corrupted. I think it's all a bunch of crap. And it is funny as I watch a lot of these liberal podcasts, it seems like they are just literally inundated with former Republicans who got thrown out of the party. I don't understand what that is. How they are expats and now they're telling the Democrats, they were Republicans 8 years ago and now, oh, we're in the Democrat camp. You created Frankenstein and now you can't control him and you can't profit from him. So now you're coming into our ecosystem trying to tell us what kind of bullshit you want to tell us. And, it's just so ridiculous. Like, I enjoy the bulwark, but they're all former Republicans. Like, really? Really? Like, if there's a Republican in 2028 that you guys like, you guys are going to jump the fence again. Like, why do I want to listen to you? You got your heart's not in it. It's kind of like Paul on the way to Damascus. He fell off the donkey and saw the light. Jesus Christ, that's what these people are. I tell you, I watch it and I go, God damn, man. Isn't there any progressives out there who are actually progressives who believe in this stuff? We're not just saying it to make a buck. I don't know. All right, enough about that rant on legacy media. We're taking no prisoners, telling no lies, and off we are. We are going to burn it all to the ground. And let's start with our infamous leader, Donald Trump. He said yesterday that he doesn't understand what the hell happened to Russian President Vladimir Putin, and he is, quote unquote, not happy with what Putin is doing after Moscow launched its most deadly aerial attack of its 3 year war with Ukraine. Now, this comes on the heels of last Monday, him having that great 2 hour phone call. Of course, then Russia launched its most deadly drone attack on Kyiv and other parts of Ukraine. And Donald Trump doesn't seem to understand what he is dealing with or whatever. He thinks that everybody is like the American press and he can just say some bullshit word and some bullshit word and that everybody's going to just kowtow down. Well, Putin's not like that. Look, just like I can solve the immigration problem in literally 10 minutes, I can solve this problem in 10 minutes for Donald Trump. Here's what you do, Don. You announce $100 billion in military aid to Ukraine. You want to get him to the table? You're not going to get him there now with harsh words, stern letter. You want to write a stern letter? Go hit up Chuck Schumer. See, tell me how that worked. Oh, we're going to send a strongly worded letter to the president to tell him we protest his policies. Go shove it, Chuck. You're an idiot on an idiot. But that's how you solve this problem. That's how you get Putin to the negotiating table. Remember when they were all touring the Middle East on their little bribe tour? And he said, well, Zelensky and Putin are going to meet. I'm going to have them meet in Turkey. Yeah, Zelensky had his bags packed. He's ready because his people are getting slaughtered. Democracy is getting assaulted there. So he has to do whatever he can to save his people. Putin, not so much. I think I'm just going to stay back down here at the Black Sea and just get a suntan. Really? Really? At some point, you got to call his bluff. Oh, we're gonna launch new sanctions against him. Please, man, come on. Putin's laughing at that. He's laughing at you. He's making you the fool that we all know you are, right? But then he continued about Putin. I'm not happy with what Putin is doing. He's killing a lot of people. Duh. He's been doing that for 3 goddamn years. Like, wow, what was the earth-shattering moment? I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. It's the same guy. It is the same guy that's been there for 3 years. Let's let's finish out the Trump statement before I move on. I've known him for a long time. Yeah, I know. He's got the P video on you. Always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all. Let's let's give you a little backstop here on this about the guy who used to be the head of the KGB, Vladimir the Killer Putin, the terrible they call him. Let's talk about some of his criminal highlights, okay, from his 25 years in power. Attacking, invading, and illegally annexing Crimea, invading and attacking Ukraine after he agreed to a ceasefire in 2019. Guess that didn't hold too well. Bombing civilian populations of both women and children in both Chechnyan wars that he backed. Wow, where's the Geneva where's the Geneva Convention on that one? Murder and assassination of political opponents, friend or foe. You get on the wrong side of them, go up in that plane, plane explode, plane explode. Interfering in foreign elections, that's my favorite one, with the highlight being the interference of the 2016 American election, where his candidate, Donald Trump, won. You know, Bob Mueller was obviously too honorable of a man, and then Bill Barr was that feckless AG who basically diluted it all before it made its way to the public. You know, the Mueller report had some really good things in there, but really what they should have done is somehow brought charges because he was in coordination with his Russian cohorts at the 2016 Republican National Conference in Cleveland when they nominated Trump for president. Yeah, the Russian ambassador is in a Republican suite. Yeah, nothing to worry about there. Jesus Christ. Whatever happened to the Republicans when they actually had the Russians as the enemy instead of their little bed buddies? You know, I don't even know what that is. Okay. Hey, I don't know, Don. I don't know what went on with Vladimir Putin. Seems like he's being pretty consistent. He says one thing and then attacks you. He says he's nice and then he kills your women and children. You know, seems like he's pretty damn consistent. Trump's comments come after Ukrainian President Zelensky said Sunday American silence and the silence of others in the world only encourages Putin. Exactly. You want to solve this? Give them military aid. And I would really like to know where the goddamn Republicans in the Senate are, who half of them last year voted for aid to Ukraine, military and humanitarian aid. Where are they? You know, at the end of the day, you know, we got this big, beautiful bill making its way through that's going to destroy the economic future of America. Hey, I'm not trying to depress you, okay? It's only a Tuesday. Hey, get a taco, okay? If I'm depressing you too much, get a taco. And why don't they just put a rider on it? If you don't give aid to Ukraine, I'm not voting for the bill. You only need 4. In the House, you only need 2. Hello? If you really believe in it. You know, and I see these Twitter feeds from, you know, Congressman Bacon or Congressman Thune. Oh, wow. It's appalling what's happening in Ukraine. You have the power. You're in Congress. You're in the Senate. Jesus Christ. Why don't you just cut the lunch short with your goddamn lobbyist and actually do something to help a democracy that stood by us in the Iraq and Afghanistan war? I don't know. I guess that's why this is scorched earth, because I'm saying stuff I guess nobody else is saying. It's just ridiculous. They have the ability to do something. It's like the guy who's seeing somebody get assaulted on the street and he goes, yeah, man, that's really a brutal thing. Well, why don't you go intervene? Well, I can't do that. Why don't you call the cops? I can't do that. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get my new coat dirty. I don't have those cell minutes anymore. Yeah. Talking about cell minutes, let's head over. Trump also announced yesterday that he agreed to give the EU, which is our second largest trading partner, until July 9th to negotiate a trade deal. Hello? Where the hell did this come from? President Trump said yesterday that he agreed to give the European Union, They are the second largest trading partner we have behind China, okay? And an extension until July 9th to reach a deal on tariffs after, quote unquote, a very nice call from European Commissioner Ursula Le Guin. Now, obviously, let's understand something. Women are typically smarter than men, and any woman is smarter than this narcissistic president, right? So she probably called and said, "You know what, Don? You're really looking good. Boy, man, you're losing weight." Oh yeah, I keep reading about all these rumors that he's on Ozempic. Let me tell you something. If he's on Ozempic, go to Moderna because it ain't working. Trump then said she wants to get down to serious negotiation. Oh God, this is good. Trump told reporters in New Jersey, of course, this is where he went to go golf instead of shaking the hands of all the cadets at West Point after he gave the commencement speech. Oh, this just in. Last year, Biden shook the hand of every cadet who graduated. Yeah, good thing we got a real commander in chief because you know what? I got a tee off time in 45 minutes. Yep, I got to get to it. I don't got time. I don't got time to get to shake these gentlemen's hands. And actually, there might be some other nationalities in there that ain't white. I can't touch them. They can't touch my little Donald hands. Yeah. July 9th, Trump said, would be the day. That was the day she requested. Could we move it from June 1st to July 9th? I agreed to do that. Now, if you remember, if we go back in the wayward time machine, let's go back to April 12th. That's when he said he'd have 90 deals in 90 days. The EU was the first deal on the table. That's 46 days ago. Have they not been negotiating? Are they all over there just throwing paper airplanes at the ceiling? I mean, these are like the kid in college who has a term paper due the next day, and they're like at 3 a.m. going, boy, I better get on it. I better figure it out. Has anybody been doing anything? Oh, sorry. It's the Trump administration. We're too busy taking bribes from Qatar and associated other places, right? Okay. So then Trump says, talking about the EU president, she said we will rapidly get together and see if we can work something out, he said. My privilege to extend the deadline and talks will begin rapidly. 46 days ago, he said he was going to get this done in 90 days. Now he's saying talks will begin rapidly? Hello? I mean, there's procrastination, and then there's really procrastination. Here's my thing. We all know Don is lazy and slothful. I know he doesn't even know what that word means, right? But he didn't have to negotiate the deal. You have people on the government dole, assuming Doge hasn't fired them too. I mean, Christ's sake, come around, right? All right. So they get another 30 days, and it's like every other tariff, and it's like every other thing he says. When the deadline comes, he just pushes it back. Hey, this just in. When are we going to sell TikTok? When are they finally going to sell TikTok? You know, it's supposed to be sold January 19th, got delayed 90 days, Jesus Christ. Let me tell you, the company's going to go bankrupt before China has to sell it. Don't worry about that mega data they're getting on U.S. citizens. It's all good. Let's keep the TikTok. All right. That's all I got to say today. If you could, hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot. I love y'all. We're in this together, and we're fighting for what is right, what is good, and we're fighting for democracy. Not just ours, but our kids and our kids' kids. All right. If you could, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you soon on Scorched Earth.